Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of Robinson Crusoe Adventures on the Cursed Island. I've made 2 Robinson Crusoe videos for this channel. The first one was for the scenario Jenny Needs Help, and in that playthrough I taught all the basic rules to the game. So if you don't know how to play Robinson Crusoe, please go check out that video because I'm not going to teach the rules here. You can find the link in the description below. Today I'm playing the scenario Reality Island, which I've never played before because it is one of the brand new scenarios in the Book of Adventures, which came with the recently released Robinson Crusoe Collector's Edition. Now I went ahead and I got everything set up for the game. I'll be playing solo, but with 3 characters, the way I always play Robinson Crusoe. And the all-star team is back: the Carpenter, Explorer, and Soldier. I decided not to include any of the old or new promos. This is a new scenario for me, so we're playing straight up. And I want to point out that Reality Island has a difficulty level of no chance. I've never played on no chance difficulty, so I'm not sure how literal to take that, but I guess we're about to find out. In this scenario, we'll be fighting to survive on the Cursed Island, same as always, but this time we'll have a camera crew with us, because we're contestants on the ultimate survival reality TV show. We've just arrived on a luxurious yacht, and the producer handed us a paper outlining the premise of each episode of the show. In gameplay terms, that means we have 2 objectives for each of the 8 rounds of the game, and we must complete at least one of them, or we'll immediately lose. We'll be kicked off the island. So, as you can see for episode 1, we need to either explore a hills terrain or build one invention. Simple enough. There's a bunch more fun stuff we'll have to consider, including scripted events, viewer feedback, and popularity ratings, but let's just jump in and start playing, and I'll teach everything once it becomes relevant. Now, as I said, I haven't even played a practice game of this scenario, so I'm going to need to develop a plan here at the top. And honestly, the very first thing that pops out at me is, as part of setup, we placed our morale marker at -2. In this scenario, that actually represents our popularity amongst the viewers of the show. But in terms of gameplay, it functions in a similar way. Now, if you've watched my prior playthroughs of Robinson Crusoe, you know that managing the morale track is the single most important thing in the game. More important than getting food, more important than building a shelter or anything like that. So starting at -2 is kind of brutal. And my instinct is we'll need to get that into the positive as soon as possible, ASAP. Now that's going to be easier said than done because as part of setup, we were told to block the arranging camp action space. This is like the main way to increase your morale. They're taking away my go-to opening move, those bastards. Now don't worry, there is a way to open up that space, but we can't do it here in the first round. And then to add insult to injury, we also have to block the special ability of the Explorer, Motivational Speech, which lets her spend determination tokens to increase morale. And that we won't get to open up. That's going to be gone for the rest of the game. And glancing over our inventions, it doesn't look like any of those let us increase morale either, although we do have a few that will give us some determination tokens. So you're probably asking yourself, how on earth are we going to increase our popularity? Well, as it shows right here, at the end of each day, we're going to be checking our popularity ratings. We'll be doing that essentially for each episode. If we've completed both objectives for that episode, then our popularity will increase by 1. We have to do one of the objectives to not lose, but if we do both, then we can get a little popularity. We can also get popularity if we succeed at all 3 of the basic actions: building, gathering, and exploring. That will also increase our popularity by 1. So we have the potential to increase our popularity by 2 at the end of each day. Now, we'll actually lose a popularity if we ever resolve a threat event, like if you let one of these cards fall off. So we'll be wanting to deal with that. And then we can also lose a popularity if we fail at any of the 2 basic actions in any combination. And as you can see here, they have a little area where you can kind of keep track of your successes and failures of each of those actions. Okay, so taking that all in and trying to process that strategically, it means that we could just double up on exploring, gathering, and building and guarantee to at least gain 1 popularity. And that seems important to me. Now, the problem with that is that you almost never want to double up on gathering and exploring. The reason for that is that you only have a 1/6 chance of failure at those 2 activities. You can see on the die here, just 1 fail, and the same is true for gathering. So you're almost always better off just doing the action twice because the chance of failing on both of those is so small. Now, building, of course, is different. You actually have a 1/3 chance of failing with building. So I think we definitely want to double up on whatever building action we do, partially because we have to do that in order to complete that objective. I don't want to fail on the first round. So as funny as that might be, we're going to try to avoid that. Also, I just really want that map. As you can see, because we started the game with this river tile in play, we have everything we need in order to invent the map. The question here is, do we want to do this? I don't think so. I think we'll have them take 2 actions each. Not only does that double our chances of finding the hills, tile, also, if we fail one of them, we'll get the determination tokens that we need in order to pay for our lack of popularity. And while I could have the soldier gather both the wood and the fish, instead, I'm going to take one of the gather actions on that little 1 token there. We did this as part of setup. And while we ignored the discovery token, we did place a 1 there because of the totem. And that is a scripted island activity. These have been set up by the showrunner in order to add a little excitement to the reality show. And so in this case, with the 1, you can see here, if we take a gather action there, we can actually meet a friendly tiger. We just have to feed it a little bit of food, and then we'll gain one of these red attack tokens. That represents the friendly tiger who's going to go out and hunt with us. That's just too amazing to not do. We have to do that. Okay, hold on. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. So first things first, we have our food crates. That's our event. And we do have to resolve the morale track, or the popularity track. I'm going to call it the morale track, probably. So we're at -2. The carpenter has to resolve that. And normally, because she has no determination tokens to spend, she would have to lose 2 health right off the bat. But lucky for us, we got the pipe and tobacco and the rum as our starting items. Clearly, we swiped these from the yacht. So she can just smoke a little bit of tobacco and gain the 2 determinations that she needs in order to spend and avoid taking any wounds at all. And then, as always, we're starting with a production of 1 wood and 1 food. Okay, now we can take actions. Building is first. We get the map. And we can just mark that off as a success. Then comes gather, and I think let's go after the tiger first. Oh man, we failed to get the tiger. That's a shame. But we do get 2 determination. And now we'll go for the food. Woo, okay. Got the success, so we can mark that off. Get a little fish there. Don't take a wound, but we do have an adventure. Winter is coming. While gathering resources, you can clearly see that the animals on the island are preparing for a cold winter. Shuffle into the event deck. Well, that's not good. Winter will mean snow, and snow is one of my greatest enemies in this game. Now, in case you haven't seen my other playthroughs, I will shuffle the event deck before I draw from it. Just makes it a little easier. Okay, now we just have to explore and just hope that we can get a success on one of these. Okay, there we go. That's going to be a wound. But a success. Come on, hills. Ah, nope. Plains. But I don't mind it, because we get a beast. And 2 discovery tokens. Okay, this is the vegetables. We'll need the pot for that. Ooh, okay. Thorn bushes, that'll let us increase our palisade level. That could be very handy. And then we can go ahead and mark off the rope and the medicine. As well as this scenario-specific item, the warning traps. You can see it here in the book, but the collector's edition also came with separate cards for each scenario-specific item. So that's really cool. Oh, and we can mark off the beds as well. Wow. Actually, extremely tempted by the beds because that would be a way that we could get some determination tokens. And that might be important. Okay, now we got to deal with an adventure. Signs of fire. The whole area is wasted after a massive fire. Cover one source on the tile you're exploring with a black marker. It is exhausted. Okay, looks like we're not going to be able to gather wood there. That's a shame, but could be worse. Okay, and now one more explore. Oh wait, we were successful, so boom, there we go. 3 successes, and actually, I forgot, we did fail on one of the gathers. So if we get another failure here, then that would mean that we lose a popularity as well. So we really want this to be a success. No! Well, you know, I talked about that 1/6 chance. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So that is a shame. Take another damage. 2 determination tokens. And another adventure. Carcass. You have found a dead goat, but you don't know why it's dead. Decide. Discard this card or get 2 food and 2 pelts and shuffle into the event deck. Something tells me I shouldn't do this. What a way to die. But I'm going to. Because 2 food and 2 pelts will actually help us out a lot. Now, I could have used the pipe and tobacco to get 2 determination tokens and then use those in order to re-roll. That's extremely tempting, but I kind of want to keep that just in case. I have a feeling we're going to need to do that at a more critical juncture. I was also thinking of doing that so we could get the tiger, but I'm going to be responsible. We're going to hold on to that. That's going to be a little ace up our sleeve. So there we go. That's it. We've taken all of the actions. We're going to get all of our stuff, including the maps, which is going to give us one of those green tokens. I'm going to give this to the explorer for now, because she's the one who's probably going to be using that the most. And because we invented the map, that actually means that we could now invent the shortcut if we want. Looks like we don't have any weather yet. I've placed the rum down here because that can give us a heart during the night phase. Don't think we're going to use that yet. We have food for everyone to eat, and then we have 1 left over, which we're going to have to discard. We can move our camp, which I definitely want to do. Move over to this tile. And everyone is sleeping outside, so we're all going to lose 1 health. So now here at the end of the day, we're going to check our popularity ratings. We unfortunately did not fulfill both objectives, but we did fulfill one of them. We did build one invention, so we're not going to automatically lose, but we don't get an extra popularity. We did complete all three of these actions, so we would gain a popularity. Unfortunately, though, we also had 2 failures, so we're going to lose a popularity. So at the end of the day, not very good. We're still pretty unpopular. People didn't really like that first episode. We're going to start day 2, episode 2. So our objectives for this day is to, during the night phase, have at least 1 weapon level. That's easy enough to do. We have the wood and everything. And then our second objective is to explore at least 2 tiles successfully on this day. Again, that's doable if the dice cooperate with us. There we go. Let's move the first player marker and let's get going. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but that first day was pretty much a disaster. But that's okay, because we can turn it all around with some good play this day. So, first things first, we have the event, and I like to shuffle these below the table so, you know, you can't get a hint of what's to come. And then I draw from the bottom of the deck. Hooah! Okay, just an event. Ooh, but it is a book event. Fight in the dark. 1 predator killed another. You spent the night in the safety of your camp. If possible, discard 1 beast card from the hunting deck. Oh, come on. And then it says, tracking a predator. If we place 1 pawn and we have 2 weapon level, then we can discard this card to get a determination token. Unfortunately, though, we have to resolve that book symbol, and in the case of Reality Island, this is messages from the viewers. They are responding to our first episode and basically telling the producers the things that they liked and the things that they don't want to see anymore. So we're going to roll this die. Oh, we got a blank. Okay, I thought that would be good, but no. we have to put that minus person token on the build space. That basically means that our next build is going to require 2 workers instead of 1. That's actually a real problem. Okay. All right. It's fine. Our popularity is -2, but luckily the Explorer has 2 determination tokens from her catastrophic failure to discover a hills terrain last time. So she won't take any more wounds, which is good because she's already kind of wounded. Our production remains the same. Moved our camp to this lovely river. And now actions. The unfortunate thing is there's nothing that we can build right now that's going to give us a weapon level. So if we want to try to complete that objective, we're going to have to go there. And we're going to have to go with both of our pawns. And we're not going to be able... We're still going to have to roll. So there's an element of luck involved there. Now we could just not worry about weapon level and instead just explore. We have to successfully explore 2 places, and we have this map, so we could come down there. And because the Explorer is already injured, I think I'll have her come down here and maybe get some food. Then we could have the Soldier explore, and then we want to try to do a gather because we want to try to complete 1 of each of these so we can try to get that popularity moving. How about we hold off on the tiger and we just get food? That way we have 1 food, we'll get a food here, we'll hopefully get a food there, and then we might as well go for the weapon level, I guess. Or honestly, we could use those 2 hides to just immediately get our camp down. We could throw up that palisade token that we got so we would have walls right away. The other thought I had was getting this diary. That would give us 1 determination token each morale phase, and so that would blunt the impact of our lack of popularity. I wouldn't mind having the shelter down. I'm a little worried about that winter is coming card. If we start to get snow, then that could be a real problem. Okay, I think I'm good with that. Let's try it out. So here we go. We're building. We're trying to construct our shelter. But because of this token, we got to do this. Okay. All right. There we go. Victory. So we have our shelter, but we got to take a damage. And that is a success. Love it. And actually, we should have resolved this first, so we're just getting 1 food. Now the soldier is attempting a gather. That went flying, but hey, that's a success, so that's a food. And another successful action. And now for our exploring. This one is automatic with the map. Whoa. Okay, not exactly what we were hoping for. I do like seeing a beast there, though. And it's always fun to draw discovery tokens. Okay, just some wood. Always useful. Ooh, a treasure. Oh, and poison. So again, if we build the pot, that's 2 weapon level. Game is always tempting me to build the pot. That is a success, by the way, so we're guaranteed to at least get 1 popularity, so that's good. Now we need this to succeed. Yes. So I wasn't making too big of a deal of it there, but if we had failed that, we would have lost the game. But everything's fine. Everything is fine. The soldier takes a damage. Look, sometimes you gotta risk losing the game on a dice roll. It's just how Robinson Crusoe works. Success. Ooh, here we go. Another beast. Another totem. So we place the next number on there. And that's exciting because if you see down here, that's the confession cam. And so if we take an exploration action on that too, we'll be able to remove, unlock the arranging camp action space. But unfortunately, it is going to permanently cost 2 workers to go there, 2 pawns. So it's expensive, but it will at least be an option to let us bump up our popularity. So that's good. We also have a discovery. Ah, special token. So now this is really cool. Special rules down here. These just provide 3 determination tokens, and we just put it into the available resources space. So we'll be able to use those to cover our morale cost there, or our popularity cost. Now we can sort of mark off some of these mountain spaces. I would like to build the knife. And now we have an adventure. Cold wind. During your walk, you feel a cold winter wind blowing on your back. Shuffle into the event deck. Oh my goodness. So weather's going to be a problem. Clearly. I am so glad we built a shelter. That might prove to be one of the best decisions that I made. Okay, let's move all our stuff down and see what treasure we have. Convert that into 3 determination. Okay, old map. You find a map leading to a chest filled with pirate's gold. Each player gets a determination token. Hey, that's exciting. I'm also just going to go ahead and get our palisade level. And we'll get a wood. And I see now we forgot to spend our pelts. Definitely got to spend those. Still no weather. Plenty of food to eat. We have a shelter. We are all good. Oh, we forgot to remove the food crates. We only completed one of the objectives, not both. So again, we don't lose the game, but we don't get that extra popularity. But we did have 3 successes and we didn't have 2 fails. So that's 1 popularity. We're moving it in the right direction. That's what's important. So soldier becomes first player. Move to day 3. Okay, so we now either need to gather from both a fish and a parrot spot, or we need to successfully resolve one of the totem spaces, one of these scripted events. Once again, that's very doable, so I think we got this. I think we got this. Hwah! All right. Call of the Wild. Roars and screams. The woods are not safe today. Okay, we got to put a plus damage token on the hunt deck. And then we have fierce hunting. Once again, we have 1 person and 2 weapon level in order to discard this card to get a food. Oh. And we got another book, so... Oh man, that's the worst one. That's going on the gather action. That's a shame because we have a lot of gathering to do this round. What's also unfortunate is we don't have 2 weapon levels, so we can't deal with either one of these. The soldier could do something about that. She can get a temporary 3 weapon level. So she could go there and spend the determination tokens to do that. Might not be the worst thing in the world, honestly, because we don't want this to go off. Well, again, before we get ahead of ourselves, soldier has to discard a determination. She has 3, so that's no problem. We have lots of wood. That's good, because when we start putting weather here in the weather space, we're going to need wood. I was peeking ahead to day 4. And so not only are we going to have a cloud die in the weather space, but if you look at our next 2 objectives, the first one is to resolve this arranged camp space. And in order to do that, we have to have completed the confession cam. And the other objective is to have our shelter built and with at least 1 roof level. You know what? I wasn't going to use the minis for the shelter and the walls and the roof, but what the heck? Let's just go ahead and do it for fun. There we go. We've got our shelter and we have 1 level of palisades. And now we got a plan. We can automatically guarantee that we're going to succeed on the confession cam. That's an exploration action on that token. That's going to complete an objective, so we automatically win this day. And that's going to help us complete an objective next day as well. So that's really important. It would be great to do those 2 gathers, complete both of these objectives so we can get that moving up 2 spaces. Problem is, we're going to have to spend 3 pawns to do that. Ooh. I do want to build the knife so that we can build these warning traps. That's also going to be an upcoming objective. Although I'm tempted to do the rope so we can get the raft. Also super handy. And I also kind of want the tiger. Friendly tiger. I mean, I also think we want the soldier to come here. And in order to do that, she's going to have to spend the 3 determination tokens. So luckily we have 3 up there. So we'll place those here. Try to save our pipe and tobacco. We won't lose popularity from that. I guess the explorer could do an explore. Risky explore. Or she could go for her shortcut. Ooh, yes. I like that idea. Soldier can do that. Then the carpenter, guaranteed knife? Or do we go knife and rope? Ooh, man, if we do all that, then we're not gathering at all. Well, let's risk it. I like being risky. We have some determination tokens, so we can re-roll some things. Let's go for it. And let's try to get that double. Okay, final answer. Double popularity would be fantastic. Okay, the soldier is discarding 3 to get a temporary 3 weapon level in order to resolve this. So that's going to give us a food. Oh gosh, and I forgot about this. So we're going to have to do that. But first, let's try to build this knife. Come on, give me the knife. Oh! Yeah, I think we're re-rolling that. So she'll spend this and one of our public determination. And we'll re-roll the success. Come on. Need a success. Yes! Okay. Woo! She takes a damage and an event. Laborious work. The work is very hard and takes a lot of time. Place a minus pawn token on the building action space. All right. I'm just happy we got the knife. And that is a success on here. Perfect. Now we're gathering. We had to use 2 pawns. And actually, sorry, I meant to have the soldier on top. She's the leader. Yes! That's a success. Food. Successful action. And another adventure. End of source. The resource you want to gather is the last of this source. Cover the source you are gathering with a token. Okay, that's unfortunate. Luckily, we have 2 more food sources over there, so that should be okay. And now we automatically complete the confession cam. We're going to remove that. We also get to remove this, opening up that space, but it's going to permanently cost 2 pawns to go there. But if we do, we'll get 2 determination tokens and be able to move our popularity. And that is a successful explore action. And now we can do our risky explore right here. Beautiful, another success. Take a damage. Yes, and there are those hills that we needed. There's a totem, and that's going to be number 3. That's a bat cave, so we can do a gather there. Oh, in order to gain a temporary shelter. We're not going to need that, so I think we'll probably end up ignoring that one. We do have a discovery. More wood. I was kind of hoping for determination tokens there, to be honest. Well, I gotta say, that was pretty wildly successful. The knife gives us our first weapon level. We all get to eat. We have our shelter. We're not taking any damage. Ooh, I suppose we could think about moving our camp. You get to keep your shelter, and we only have one palisade level, so we get to keep that as well. And that is a good spot. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do that. And that's just going to open up a bunch more cheap explorers, so that's perfect. Now, I think I do want to use a flask of rum and bump our explorer up by 1. Now, let's check our popularity ratings. I think we're doing pretty well. Unfortunately, we only completed 1 objective, but at least we did 1, so we didn't lose. And we have 3 successes, 0 failures. Boom. We've hit even. That is great. And because we took care of this, we won't have a threat. Remember, if any of these fall off, then we also lose a popularity. So it was important to take care of that. Carpenter becomes first player. And you can see here, we're going to have to put a weather die in the weather space. So having wood and building a roof is going to be kind of important. Okay. Cold area. Predators clean the area. It will be hard to find food today. Uh-oh. During the production phase of this round, you get no food. Ooh. And then it's plentiful hunting. Man, everything is 1 person and 2 weapon level. But if we do that, we can get 2 food. And we have to put that on. But we're only getting wood. I think we're going to have the soldier spend 3 determination to increase our weapon level by 1 so we can take care of this. That's going to require the pipe and tobacco and our last remaining determination token from our supply. Up to this point, I've been super conservative with the determination because of how low we were on the popularity. And I'm kind of glad that I was, because I think this is that critical moment where we really need to do this. And the soldier can use defensive plan. And it probably makes sense for her to go here. So that's going to give us 2 food. That's pretty good. Thinking we have this map, so we might just want to do an automatic explore. We have this weather, so I think we really want to get a roof. Now, unfortunately, it's going to cost us an extra pawn. So we're going to have to spend 2 pawns and still roll. That's unfortunate. The pot would also be amazing. Because of our discoveries, that would give us 2 additional weapon level, which we really want because we want to go hunting to get the hides that we need. Yeah, for each cloud we roll, we're going to have to discard a food and a wood. And when you don't eat, that costs you 2 health. But of course, the pot will give us 2 hearts. Maybe we should go for the pot. Now, let's not forget, our objective here is we need to come here. And that's going to take 2 pawns as well. Yeah, let's have the explorer. Man, we can't get a lot done here, can we? Let's go for the pot. This means our popularity is only going to go up by 1. Yeah, because we have no gather. But we got to do this. Okay, that's it. Final answer. This is going to give us 2 food. Now we're going to try to get the pot. Yes! Could have done without the injury, but we'll take it. And there's no reason to really mark that, but that's okay. And then we can get rid of this. But, adventure time! Weak construction. Your camp is made out of scraps and is barely holding together. Shuffle into the event deck. Oh boy. We got lots of problems. Just waiting to hit us in the event deck at this point. Okay. No gather. Automatic explore. Next totem space, number 4. Packages from fans. Ooh, we can gather on the spot to gain 4 determination tokens to our available resources space. Or resolve 2 treasures. Ooh, that's a hard choice. And then... Come on, we need a good discovery. Oh, that is amazing! Goats! Yes! We needed that pelt so bad. And the food will also come in handy. That is amazing. And then here, 2 determination. That gives the Explorer 3, which is not bad because we can discard 3 in order to draw 2 discoveries. And any discovery that we draw that's of this sort of special type just gives us 3 determination tokens. And then best yet, we're up to 1 popularity. Everything moves down. Let's just go ahead and kill these goats. And now we have to roll the weather die. Okay, just 1 rain cloud. That's no big deal. We check our roof level. We're at 0. So for every rain cloud that we aren't covering with a roof, we have to spend a food and a wood. That could have been much worse. And now in the night phase, I want to immediately have the carpenter drink that rum. I think we'll have the explorer not eat. So the carpenter and the soldier will get to eat. Explorer loses 2 health. We'll go ahead and we'll make our poison. Weapon level up to 4. And then we'll also use these vegetables, cook those up, get 2 health back to the explorer. That's not so bad. We're going to check our popularity. I don't think it moves based on any of that. We were 1 away. We completed 1 of our objectives. We did not complete the second one because we would have to have our camp or our shelter on the beach. So there we go. That's it. Move on to round 5. And we've already completed that objective. So if we build these warning traps, then we'll be able to complete both of those and increase our popularity again. That's the plan. And we got lucky. We found the pelt that we needed. So that is just meant to be. Got lots of bad stuff in here. Okay, be good, be good, be good. All right. Rough passage. It is not as easy a trip as you first thought. If possible, cover a hills terrain on any 1 tile with a black marker. Treat the terrain type as unexplored on this tile. Oh no. Oh, that's really bad. But then we can establish a new path. We'll get a determination and uncover it. Ooh, we're going to have to do that. Oh, we forgot to move the first player. That clears off. Oh, and we got the book symbol. So we got to roll this. Okay, that one isn't as bad. That's just the exploration. We could probably get away with not even exploring if we wanted to. So the explorer is actually going to get a determination token. That's 4. And our production is back to normal. All right. Now here's the thing. We definitely want to try to build that. No question. We might want to double up too. I'm not sure yet. I wouldn't mind a little explore. We will have to roll, but that's okay. We have to come here. We have to do that because we might lose the game if we don't. Okay, let's have her do that for now. I think we want to do a gather action here. That's 4 determination tokens or 2 treasures. I was thinking about hunting, and we also have a roof that we could build. And probably should build considering all the bad stuff that's in there, and we have rain. We could go risky. And it also wouldn't be a bad idea to come here. Ooh, boy, this is hard. Let's have her try to build the spear. Let's just be super strong. That would also give her 2 determination tokens, which I really like. My instinct is to go here. Also, here, I'm going to have her come here so she can get the determination token. Yep. Okay. I think this is the plan. First things first, boom. Soldier. Determination token. Uncover that. Now we're building. Let's just have the soldier go first, trying for her spear. Ah, failed. Yep, can't do anything about that. So that's 2 more determination tokens. Hurt herself, and 1 of these. Ooh. Put a -1 person on the building action space. Okay, that's going to affect us next time, not right now. So let's start with the roof. Okay, perfect. Takes a damage, but we got the roof. That's going to cost 3 wood. And we can add that. That's very cute. Okay, and now down here. Oh, no. Bad luck. 2 determination. A damage, which takes her over the edge, so we're going to lose a popularity. People are sick of watching them hurt themselves and fail to make basic items. Well, we now have determination tokens, at least. That's the bright side of all that. And actually, the worst thing is that's 2 failures up here. So we're actually going to lose another popularity. Yikes. We did have 1 success, though. So we do want to mark that. Now we're gathering here with the explorer. Oh my gosh. Another failure. So that's 2 determination. Oh man. So we didn't get a successful gather. I can't re-roll that or anything. Okay, I tell you what. At this point, we're going to do some scouting. So we're going to spend 3 determination. We're going to draw 2 out of this bag and keep 1. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's a weapon level. That's not too shabby. And medicine. Are we going to need the medicine? I think we are. I think we are. So we're going to keep the medicine. We have the pot. Not exactly what I was looking for, but it's something. And now we have to roll because of this guy. Come on, give me something good. No! It's a 1/6 chance! Okay. She can re-roll those. She's lucky. And we're doing it. I'm tired. I'm tired of the failure. Yes, okay. Thank you. Oh, man. Okay, there's the 5th. Oh, and that's palm leaves, and that's +1 to our roof. Ooh, okay. Okay. That's pretty good. So that was a success. So, oh man, we just missed out on that gather right there. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Well, we do get a discovery at least. Oh, glorious food. That's gonna save our bacon. That was an adventure. We're all done with actions, thank God. That's just 2 food, which we'll take. And that is medicine. It's time for some rain. Please be 1 cloud. No, it's 2 clouds. Well, we have 1 roof, so we have to spend 1 wood and 1 food. That's a shame. Nighttime. The explorer is gonna not eat. And unfortunately, we failed to build this, so we've only completed 1 of these. We failed to gather, so we didn't get all 3 of those. And we had 2 failures, so we lose a popularity. This show is just dreadful right now. On to round 6. Well, round 6 sure is exciting. It says, prepare yourself for something earth-shattering. It may have you questioning everything. And so it wants us to flip the beach tile. And then we're going to place one of these reroll success die tokens on each adjacent tile. We also have this die in here, rather than the weather die. And our objectives are quite strange here. Basically, if we resolve one of these actions, we must assign 2 workers to it. And also today, if we only resolve these event threats over here, the arranging camp and the rest actions, as well as the build, then we can resolve that objective. So the only way to do both is to do a build and then only do the rest over here. Okay, interesting. The problem is we'd have to assign 2 and then we have an extra 1 here. So we'd have to assign 3 to any build that we do. That sucks because I did want to gather. So we could just double up on gathers. Well, first things first, let's see what our event is. Ooh, okay, man, we are dodging those things. Flood. Water enters the camp and washes things away. E. Turn 1 item face up to the invention side. Or lose a weapon level, or lose a palisade, or each player takes a damage. And then we could build a drain, but we don't have the shovel. We also have to put this on here, and oh, I'm just realizing we forgot about this. So we should have had an event. When we failed to do that action, we should have still had an event. So let's do it now. Oh, it's another end of source. The resource you wanted to gather is the last of this source. Cover the source you are gathering with a black marker to indicate that it's exhausted. Does that include these tokens? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I think that I'm gonna have to make a ruling here, and I'm gonna say that I don't think that that's gonna exhaust that action. That's not considered a source in the same way that, you know, these would be. So that just did nothing. There we go. No harm, no foul. Is there any invention that we don't need anymore? I mean, we technically don't need the pot anymore. Kind of already used it. So let's go ahead and turn that up. Okay. Oh, we had to pass this. The soldier actually has to spend a determination, but luckily she has it. I think it's pretty simple what we have to do. We have to take care of that. She's going to come down and heal. And then we're going to do this twice. Then we'll satisfy that objective. And I think that's the best that we can do. Let's do it. We get rid of that. Carpenter gets 2 determination. And the explorer. And the explorer heals 1. And before we move on, I think let's do some scouting. Gonna get to draw 2 of these and pick one. Okay, a treasure. Always good. Okay, and a weapon level. Let's go for the treasure. Hard to turn down a treasure. Oh, here we go. First one, hatchet. In the shadows, you see something glittering. Put a +1 wood on the tile with your camp. From now on, during the production phase of each round, you get +1 wood as long as there is a wood on the tile. Nice, love that. Would have preferred food, honestly, but that's okay. Okay, we now have to roll the beast die. And that's going to break our palisade, but hey, we have it, so that's fine. That is what it's there for. And now bad times, because we have 1 food. Oh, look at this. I forgot to move our popularity up by 2. There we go. Don't want to forget that. I think we don't want the carpenter to eat, because they can take 2 damage without crossing that line. Let's have the soldier eat, because they're probably going to hunt next round. So we'll have the explorer not eat. That's going to lose a morale. Apparently the audience doesn't like seeing people starving to death. And at the end here, we have no popularity rating changing, so that's it. That was a quick day. Move on to round 7. It says, yes, it was a rigged explosion and your life is in danger. But don't worry, it's all part of the script. One objective is each character performs this treasure hunter special action. I haven't talked about this yet, but you can perform this in the camp and resolve 2 mystery cards, but you'll only resolve 1 trap and 1 treasure. So that seems extremely risky. And then the other objective is just to resolve a hunting action, which we could definitely do and probably want to. Okay, we have a lot to think about. We have a lot of bad stuff coming home to roost here. We've managed to dodge it so far, but I have a bad feeling. Oh my goodness! I swear I'm not cheating when I'm doing this. Let's see what we get. Ooh, storm damage. The wind blows with fury. Your camp is torn to pieces. Okay, this isn't too bad. Lose half the roof or palisades rounded down. Well, that sucks, but it looks like we can make repairs here, just spending 1 wood, and we can get that back. And we're going to put another one of those on there. All right. Again, that could have been worse. Not great, but it could have been worse. We're at 0 popularity, so we don't have to do anything here. Ooh, we're getting 2 wood and a food. Okay, now here's the thing we need to think about. At the end of the last day, we basically either have to have completed all 6 of these totem, like scripted activities. Obviously, that's not happening. Or we need to have our popularity all the way maxed out. So that's what we're going for. I've been going for it this whole game, and we've only gotten halfway there. So not great, not great. It means that we have to go all in on popularity. And that means we're going to have to be a little risky. I do think we need to come here. And the carpenter has the least amount of health. She needs to relax. We're going to go hunting, and hopefully that will solve our food problem. And obviously the soldier needs to go. We got to at least do this twice. The explorer needs some determination tokens, so she should go here. And then maybe the carpenter rests. Man, I really wish we had built that bed. Yeah, we want her to heal. All right, I think this is all we can do. We have to do this. Here we go. This and a wood. We've got plenty of wood. Get our roof back. And here we go. We're hunting. It's going to be +1. But that shouldn't be too problematic. Soldier's leading. She can frenzy if she needs to. Okay, a boa. This will be just fine. 2 plus 1, so 3 strength. We've got that covered. We're going to lose 2 weapon level. That's a shame, but we're getting 2 food. Kind of wish it was a little bit more, but that's okay. And then at the end of this fight, we get a discovery token. Okay, this could be good. Oh, 2 more food. Okay, this might actually be good. Yeah, we're probably going to have some waste there, but what can you do? Then here, 2 determination for the explorer. +1. And then she heals a heart. We get all that food. Oh, this guy's gone. This is gone. Okay, let's see. We need this to be good. Ah, terrible. Terrible. So we don't have a palisade, so we all take a damage. That is unfortunate. The snow means we automatically lose 1 wood, but the roof covers us, so we're not losing any of the food. We had the food to lose, so that was not great, but at least we get to eat. Okay, no popularity changes. Final day, and it says, "You're alone now, but we'll be watching. Try not to disappoint the viewers." All right, here we go. So much bad stuff here. So much bad stuff. Gotten lucky to avoid it. Let's see what happens now. Ah! Oh my god! I swear I'm doing that legitimately. I swear. No one's gonna believe me. Well, we've got termites. The wood you gathered is useless. If possible, discard a wood. All right. This is why we have a lot of wood around. Then we have pest control. Well, that's bad. No, actually, it's not going to matter because we're not going to have another phase for those to be pushed off. So we're fine. We're totally fine. We did get a book, though. So let's see what that brings. Okay, that's making the gather more difficult. Man, all of our bad luck that we've had so far has been offset by our good luck in drawing those event cards. It's the Cursed Island. Things happen, okay? Looks like the Explorer is going to get a determination. And we got 2 wood and a food. Here's the thing. We've got to move that thing up twice and then not lose any popularity. It's that simple. Now, what makes that less simple is the fact that if we take any damage, then that's going down. And we have all sorts of ways that we're going to take damage. We don't have enough food. So unless we can get 2 more food, guess what? Damage. We don't have a palisade. So if we roll this die and it's the break the palisade, then we all take a damage. There's also this beast side that requires 3 weapon level, and we have 2. Now the soldier does have 3 determination, so we could up that, or could get a palisade. We're definitely going to want to do one or the other. Can we guess right? Oh, we can remove that. The explorer can also do her scouting, so we can draw some tokens out. Maybe we can get something useful there. It's the food that's the problem. We kind of need to hunt. Now, the soldier can frenzy also. That would get us to 5 weapon level, a temporary 5 weapon level. So, probably avoids damage. Yeah, and so we can't do it. So we gotta hunt. So we get the food, so we don't take damage. And then we just have to get lucky. This is basically what it's going to come down to. Yep, I don't think we have any other choice. Now, the explorer could take more hits before triggering a loss of popularity. And then just this. I think that's how this is gonna go. Now, before any of that, we are gonna do scouting. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I got rid of the pot. Oh, Robinson Crusoe never change. Never change. That's amazing. Well, that's definitely not going to help us. We'll keep that just to rub it in. Remind us of our bad decisions. That's it. We just got to hunt. Be good, game. Be good. No finches. Ooh, a wild dog. Now, here's the unfortunate thing. I cannot use defensive plan in reaction to this beast card. I can only use frenzy. So we're going to, because otherwise she'll take a damage. So that's a temporary 3 more. So we cover that. We get 2 food. And a pelt. And look at here. It says, if you don't have the medicine, you get 2 wounds. Well, incredible. We have the medicine, so we avoid that. Woo. Okay, and now we just do this. That's 2 and 2. And now we have to get extraordinarily lucky. I mean, we have to get unbelievably lucky. So we have to roll either the food or one of these blank sides. So we have a 50-50 chance on this die of being okay. Anything else and we lose. And then on this die, yeah, we need a single cloud. Because 2 clouds and we'll have to get rid of a food. So if we go blank in 2 clouds, we're fine. But if we go minus food and 2 clouds, then we're not fine. Is there a single rain? No, it's all double rains. Oh my gosh, it's mostly doubles here. So we have 2 sides that are single clouds. Oh boy. It just comes down to this roll. Here we go. Oh! Yes! Yes! I'm screaming in excitement. I'm not 100% sure that we're still okay, but I think we might be. Nothing there. That's a miracle. 2 snow clouds. Okay, so for each of those snows, we have to discard a wood. And then it's 2 clouds minus 1. So that's going to be 1 food and 1 wood. Night comes. Shelter, fine. They're going to eat. Explorer doesn't. End of the round. We're on the top popularity spot, and that's a win. Wow. Incredible. Now, that would have been so tragic if we had lost, and it was because we had turned that pot over. That would have been so tragic. Because we could have turned over anything. We could have turned over the map. That was probably the smart thing to turn over. Wow. In all honesty, that was a pretty crappy reality TV show that we just made there, but it had a fantastic finish. And honestly, that's all anyone's going to remember anyway. So I say this was a roaring success. There you have it. That was a complete solo playthrough of Reality Island. I have to say, I think this is a fantastic scenario. I highly recommend trying this one out. I think this one will be great, even if you don't have a lot of experience with Robinson Crusoe, because having these objectives each round really helps to focus your actions. The theme really comes through of this reality show going on, all of these scripted events, the popularity, the twists and turns here at the end. It was fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.